yeah.
So we shall see.
I'm gonna try my best to hold my fist.
Improvised Intelligence is sponsored by the amazing people over at Chop Chili. If you've been a long time listener to the podcast, you know that this is my favorite brand of chili here in New Mexico. Pretty much put it on every meal that I can. They've got red chili, green chili. My personal favorite is this blend of the red and the green. I think this stuff is phenomenal. They also have frozen bags of green chili that you can order directly from their website at chopchilico.com. You can also find them in stores around the state of New Mexico at Sprouts, Albertsons, Farmers Country Market, John Brooks, Keller's Farm Store, Lowe's Market. You can also find them in Albuquerque, Santa Fe, Hobbs, Gallup, Tucumcari, and for all my friends in Texas, they are in El Paso. Again, chopchilico.com. Go get yourself some amazing chili. Now back to the podcast. Improvised Intelligence is sponsored by the amazing people over at Chop Chili. If you've been a long time listener to the podcast, you know that this is my favorite brand of chili here in New Mexico. Pretty much put it on every meal that I can. They've got red chili, green chili. My personal favorite is this blend of the red and the green. I think this stuff is phenomenal. They also have frozen bags of green chili that you can order Okay, maybe now we have. Oh, because I didn't press the fucking thing. Okay, let me. This is why I don't produce my own podcast when I have a guest, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, but I'm not just a guest, bro. I'm a friend.
Yes,
We've
you
done
are.
this before.
Yes, you are. I'm trying to make sure that this is live in the actual stream, and then we'll get into it. There we go. We're live. What's up, Josh?
What's up, homie?
What's up, buddy? It's good to see you.
Good to see you too, man. Thanks.
Thank you for coming back. We're looking forward to doing this. And like I was telling you earlier, this is a bit of a test run for me because I want to get in the habit of doing live episodes with guests on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Because I've noticed the YouTube grows better when I do live episodes as opposed to like the pre-recorded and all that shit.
For sure. So. I might be taking notes tonight too, because that's something I'd want to do down the road. I have yet to do a live podcast on my channel.
Well, it's a fucking turn that off. It's a fucking pain in the ass, dude. Like it is. Like, because first of all, and maybe there's somebody who's more tech savvy than I am, and I'm sure there is. I'm not very tech savvy. But the whole point of like, there's a lot you can do with this little mini pro thing here.
Yeah.
It's off camera for the viewers, but there's a lot you can do with it. It's like $350. The only thing I use it for is to change cameras.
Gotcha.
That's the only thing. So I have.
So where's the switch?
Right here.
So you just tap that to switch? Sorry, I just burped in the microphone.
Oh yeah, no, you're good. So I have this set up to where I just I touch it and it flips between the two cameras. That's all I have right now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So so now while I'm here, I have to remember to fucking do that number because I don't know. There's just something better. Like I like the live experience, and as the show grows, I want to have an interactive audience.
Yeah.
I like doing that a lot when I've been doing my live shows on Saturdays.
I've been tuning in when I see him, like if I catch it live.
Thanks, man.
And it's cool to see you interact live, like with people dropping in, or I've like been seeing you take some phone calls and stuff too.
Well, that was
crazy.
Because did you watch the Charlie Kirk one?
I think that was the one that you did with Nico?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched some of that.
Yeah,
and I like was listening, and I'm like, dang, they got guys calling in. That's sick.
we had a guy call in that was like, yeah, Charlie Kirk deserved to die, and I was like, whoa, that's
the thing when you open it up to the world, you just don't know like who's gonna call, what's gonna happen. Well, that's the thing with live podcasts. You gotta hope your guest doesn't go off the rails too much.
Well, and that was my thing. I was like, okay, I almost. Okay, how do I say this? I don't want people to feel that way. I think feeling that way is a negative, but it is good to not live in an echo chamber.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it is good to have difference of opinions, difference of worldviews.
For sure.
And so if I am going to have somebody call in, I'd prefer, it's like I prefer that it be an opposing voice.
Yeah.
No matter how anybody feels, it's not going to bring Charlie Kirk back from the dead. But it's like, damn, there really is, like, for someone to be happy and to say, yeah, they deserve that about some guy getting shot in public for exercising free speech, there's something deeply sad and wrong about that. You know what I mean? There's something really, like they're not a happy person.
Yeah, to celebrate that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, but on the other hand, on a lighter note, so yeah, I went to the gas station before we did this.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah, so I
show the camera.
So they're not a sponsor. I wish they would be.
That looks
I
like
fucking spend enough money.
It's glow in the dark almost.
Yeah, it's a new Zen can, or a new Zen flavor, and it's mojito. Let's see what we got here.
I have one in, but can I try it just for flavor?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, but you're one of those psycho motherfuckers that has the 6s in all the time.
Dude, these are 15s.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Let me see that shit. Jesus Christ.
Let's see.
So, oh yeah, because you use the Nicks that you were telling me about that. Yeah, because I've seen these on Kill Tony.
Yeah, they're good. I thought it was Naked for the longest time. Like, I didn't snap. I was like, you guys haven't tried Naked? It's so good.
How the fuck do you
But it's, yeah, there you go. The flavors are next level good, though. Does it smell strong?
It smells horrible.
See, I'm so calloused. To me, it smells like berries and sweet.
It smells like...
Okay, you want to hear something crazy?
There's a sweet smell in here, but it's potent.
Yeah.
Dude.
Okay, so hear this. I was at work today, And one of the guys, he's like, "Hey, dude," he's like, "You want to try this new nicotine pouch?" I was like, "Yeah, let's check it out." 50 milligrams in one.
I've heard of that.
It was called like Exorcist or something crazy. And the writing, I was like, "Where's it from?" He's like, "I think Kazakhstan." Or I was like, "Dude," like. I feel like that thing's just beaming radiation. Like,
That's something they give the UFC fighters, dude.
yeah,
Holy fuck.
like that's a day ruiner. Like,
Fuck yeah, that is.
even if you put it in and take it out right away.
Yeah.
Like I remember as a kid trying snooze like for the first time.
Well,
There's a point where you take it out and it's too late.
Is snooze the pouch?
Snooze is yes, snooze is the pouch, yeah, and then
Okay.
snuff is the one, the powder or whatever. But
Yeah.
snooze was the first one you didn't have to spit.
Right.
So that was kind of like the new thing. And I kept it in so long that my teeth cut into the pouches. So by the time I took it out, the pouches were empty. And I stood up for the first time, bro. I haven't been that sick, I don't think, ever in my life.
Yeah,
Like
no.
it was way worse than like a hangover sickness. Like I felt like just death.
Yeah, because I tried when I was overseas years ago. I tried snuff, where it's like it tastes like having sand in your mouth.
Snuff is the stuff that you basically like snorted, right?
So I've heard of people snorting it, but I just threw it in my lip because I was used to dip.
Yeah.
My buddy gave it to me and I put it in. I was like, it's like having fucking sand in my mouth.
Ugh.
And then I remember, so like I've learned now that if I'm gonna go out and indulge in substances, I can only, because I don't do drugs, but
Yeah.
like I'll smoke a little bit of weed here and there, but like I don't really count that as a drug. I had to choose. I could either do a little bit of booze, a little bit of weed, or I can do moderate booze, moderate alcohol, or moderate nicotine, but I can't do like booze, weed, and nicotine. I
Yeah,
can't do all
3
of those.
vices.
Yeah, I can't do that all because I did that one night.
Oh,
And-
like all three?
Yeah, well, I had like 2 drinks,
Mm-hmm.
and I was fine. Smoked a little bit, got a little toasted, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to wait before I go anywhere, but I'll be okay. And then I was like, all right, I'm good to go. I'm gonna drive home, and I was perfectly fine. And I threw a nicotine in, and I had to pull over, and I puked everywhere.
Oh,
This was a while back. I was like, fuck, like I can never do this.
that's your
again.
body just saying,
Like-
"Hey, buddy, we reached the limit. We reached the limit."
How was 'cause I know you went out to Japan. How was Japan?
Dude, Japan was sick.
What made you want to go out to Japan in the first place?
I've always wanted to, like, since I was younger. I just thought Tokyo, Japan, like, seeing all the Fast and Furious movies, like Tokyo Drift was sick. I was like, that just looks, the cars. But I never thought I was gonna go, and there was a group of friends of mine that were already going. There was already like a group of like 7 people going, and they're like, "Hey man, like you could come if you want. Just jump in with us. We'll tell you what we're getting." So I was like, when else am I gonna have this opportunity? So
Yeah.
full send. Luckily, my foot was somewhat healed, like enough to walk.
How long were you out there for?
We were out there for about 12 days.
Nice.
Yeah, and it was cool, man. Like we stayed in Shinjuku, which is basically like Tokyo, right in the heart of Tokyo. That was like our main spot. And then we took like a bullet train to another city for like 2 nights, Osaka. And that was sick. So it was just a trip, like jumping in the bullet train. It's going like over 250 miles an hour. And like within an hour and a half, we're like in a whole other city. It would have been like a 6-hour drive or 7-hour drive.
Jesus.
And then you're just in another giant city. Like it's like New York, and then you travel to another place. It's like New York again, shoulder to shoulder. Dude, I've never left the country. Like this was my first experience traveling to another country.
Yeah, I don't know if I could I can handle crowds, but I don't know if I could do a crowd like that.
Dude, you would
That's
have had a panic attack on the subway. In the subway, dude, you saying that? Because me, I'm like, I've been to concerts and stuff. I can handle bumping shoulders. But the subways, dude, you are this close to a guy. And they're just holding their briefcases. You got a anime character on your left. You got a dude in a suit and tie on your right. And this is the trippiest part, which is kind of cool, but like I didn't believe it, is you can't talk at all on the subways. Like you cannot say one word. Someone told me that going there, and I'm like, okay, like how real is it? So I got in the subway, and of course I start like, I'm just excited to be there. And I'm not kidding you, dude. You could have heard a pin drop on the floor, and everyone just looks at you like, what's wrong with you? You better shut the heck up.
Well, I was gonna ask about like the difference in culture, the difference of in like customs, and all this. A buddy of mine actually just came back from Japan for a very different reason. He was over there, but that's so. Is it because you're in such close proximity that it's disrespectful to like get
I
your
think
breath
so.
and like your spit?
Yeah.
And you just
So like, I think it makes sense because if there's that many people, and imagine if everyone's having conversations, like you would just be miserable.
right.
And so it was kind of nice because you're just kind of just chilling, and there's just 1,000 rings hanging from the roof. You just grab one and hold on. But I'm not kidding you. If there's like this much space, they're going to fill that space. Like they will shove you until you cannot move, dude.
See, and that's like, listen, America has a lot of faults, and those seem to grow every day. But I will say this: I enjoy my personal space when I'm out in public. I enjoy my personal bubble. You know, stay out of my fucking bubble. Give me like 3 feet. Stand back a little. I need to smell the fact you didn't put on deodorant today. Back the fuck up. But my God, dude, yeah, being like that was it's like I respect the efficiency of that. You're moving as many people as quick as possible because I mean Japan is a very packed country anyway, but those metropolitan areas are fucking packed in. But so did you like when you went to like, I'm assuming you went to like a bunch of ramen places, stuff like that. Were you like, did you go into those places where like you have to sit on the floor and you have to like do? Is any of that out there still?
There was places that we saw that had that. We didn't eat at any of places like that. One thing about the restaurants and in Japan is like, you know how here we'll take like a group of like 8 or 9 people and you could get seated anywhere basically. There's just big places for you to sit. Out there, you can sit like maybe 4 people tops in a restaurant. So yeah, it's that's just how everything is. So a lot of times our group would just split up and we'd all eat at different places. But that was probably my favorite part of the whole trip was the food, man.
Yeah, well, that's a big reason why I want to travel out of the country is just like how processed and full of shit our food is. And it's like I've had friends that have like gone overseas to like Italy and like places in Europe, and they'll eat over there. Like, yeah, we'll eat like their like the authentic pizza, or you know, we'll eat pasta or whatever, and we don't feel like shit afterwards. I had pasta for lunch today, and I'm still full. Like, outside of milkshake, but I'm still like I ate the milkshake.
That's a crazy combo.
Yeah, because I'm a fat American. You know, well, I had the pasta, and then like 3 hours later, I had a milkshake.
Oh man,
yeah, it was afterwards. But again, fat American, right? And you don't get that over there.
Yeah,
and I want to appreciate everything that RFK is trying to do. You know, I want to appreciate it. But, you know, I'd like to experience real authentic food that isn't pumped full of preservatives and just bullshit.
Dude, so here's something crazy. So I'm like a 2 meal a day guy, tops. Like I eat like my first meal at like 1 p.m., my last meal like 8. Like I don't eat a lot throughout the day. Out there, I just had the craziest appetite. I was eating like 4 or 5 times a day. And I thought for sure I was going to come back like heavier. Like there's no way. Dude, I came back like 6 pounds lighter.
There you go.
It like blew my mind, dude. Like I was eating like crazy.
See,
my body, I guess, just didn't retain any of it.
See, and this is the retarded, like, conspiratorial part of my brain.
Yeah.
But I almost wonder sometimes, because it would be counterintuitive profit-wise, because obviously the economy's been going in the toilet especially since COVID. But it's just getting worse and worse and worse. You would almost think that you would want to put shit in your food that would make the populace less hungry over time.
Yeah.
So that they feel like their grocery bills are going down, so they don't complain about the price of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You would almost want that. But then on the other hand, you have the lobbyists from all the food companies that are saying, hey, we need them to buy 50 Big Macs a week per person.
Right.
We need them to buy all the candy and the soda and all that shit. Like, and then kind of on that note, have you heard about I was only learning about this like maybe 2 months ago. I still got to dive into it more. But there's a lobbying group from Nestle. You know, the cookie company.
Right.
And they also make like baby formula and like different baby foods and all that. They lobby to our government against maternity leave and against extra sick days and extra like time
Nestle?
off. Yeah, Nestle, because when there's less maternity leave, that means that specifically maternity leave, that means that less mothers are home with their kids to breastfeed their kids, so they have to give them baby formula, so that fucking daycares have to buy baby formulas, they have to keep that profit going.
They're thinking that deep into it. That's crazy, dude. What the heck? Hey, so if that ever gets canceled, like we're going straight for Nestle or what?
Yeah. So they are one of the major lobbying groups going against companies allowing maternity leave.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, I am so out of the loop. I made the switch up, I don't know, like maybe 4 or 5 months ago. And I just went through like an Instagram cleanse.
Good for you.
You know, like I was just like, who am I following? What am I following? You know, I just get pages and pages. And dude, I like unfollowed everything political, every blue check I have, and so I've been kind of out of the, you know, what's going on with the world lately.
Also,
after the election, I was kind of just like fried, dude.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you for a fucking second. Also, just a side note, this Zen flavor fucking sucks. This shit is ass. It just does not taste good. There's like no flavor to it, and it's kind of sour.
Yeah. I don't know. This one's so overbearing, I can't really tell.
Yeah, Mojito's in your ass. That's $5 I'm never going to get back. So so if your algorithm isn't a bunch of political, because my algorithm is like really fucked up jokes.
Yeah.
Like, really like fucked up jokes from everything from like racial shit to like dead children and just like horrible jokes to political stuff to like war footage.
Yeah.
That is my algorithm. And then Sydney Sweeney pops in there every now and again. And then like White Monster memes pop in there every now and again.
Those ones. Mine's a lot of like funny Zen memes. A lot of snowboarding and like Red Bull content. So a lot of like extreme sports, like dudes just doing crazy stuff, skydiving. I like kind of rewrote my algorithm, or I'm trying to where it's like just more cool stuff like that.
Good for you. No, dude. Good.
Or like drifting cars, or I don't know. Just cool stuff to me that's cool.
No, I mean, good for you, because like my algorithm is just all that fucked up shit that I just said. And then if I'm on Instagram between the hours of 1 and 3 in the morning, it's like just super depressing shit.
It changes at the time of day.
Yeah, about stuff I'm not even going through.
Dude, I left one out though. This is like one of my top ones. It's like funny Kanye quotes, or like Kanye just saying like out of pocket stuff. Dude, that guy is so funny. Like, and it's like stuff from the archives, and it just makes me laugh every time.
My favorite clip of that guy is him on the Alex Jones show, and Alex Jones is asking because
is the reason wearing that mask over his face?
Kanye's there in the black KKK get up.
Yeah.
And Alex Jones is sitting there like, well, you don't really think that Hitler's a cool guy. You don't really think that he's the guy that you should aspire to be. You don't really idolize Hitler, do you? And he's like, nah.
He's like trying to give him an out.
Yeah, he's like, nah, I love Hitler. Like, what? That's
he knew what he was trying to do.
When Alex Jones is the voice of reason, you know you're kind of fucked.
Yeah.
You know you're kind of fucked. Yeah, I don't know, dude. And then like along with the political stuff, get a lot of Nick Fuentes. I'm becoming a fan of that guy. I don't agree with everything he has to say.
He was I haven't seen any of his stuff, but I saw he was a guest on a podcast. He's like making podcast rounds now, huh?
Yeah, he went on. He's on
the
Tucker.
political guy.
Yeah, he went on Tucker and he went on Dave Smith and he's been on a few stuff. But speaking of extreme sports, the fuck happened to your leg, dude?
Dude, I wish it was an extreme sport. Unless you consider pickleball an extreme sport, that's what happened.
Yeah, what the fuck happened?
Dude,
how do you snap your ankle doing pickleball?
Dude, so little backstory, and you know this because you've known me for like more than like a couple years at least. Like I've told you I've been injured. I have so many injuries piled on top of each other. Wrestling, snowboarding, just, you know, I haven't been the nicest to my body. And this last year, I was getting in really good shape, and I was like, you know, been as consistent as I've ever been. And I was like, a little promise to myself was like, I want to protect my body, you know? Let's get into like some safe sports over the summer. So golf was one of them. I tried golf. I had fun doing golf, and pickleball was the other option. And I don't know how, I think through my church or something, they have like a little pickleball group. And I was like, let's do it. Let's send it, let's go. And I show up like with my wrestling mentality, like, like any sport I get into, I'm like full throttle. And there's no way I could tell the story and make it sound cool at all. But long story short, I like went to sprint forward. And I guess I did it so quick that my entire Achilles tendon just popped. Oh. So like it felt like the best way to like what I thought really happened, and I think this kind of like saved me from like it hitting my head right away, is I thought that like my partner stepped on my foot hard. Like it felt like a dead foot. Oh. So in my mind I'm like, ow, I got the worst dead foot. I tripped and the ball was still live. So like it hadn't hit my mind yet. And I went to take like 2 steps and my foot just wasn't there, dude. And then like after I looked down, I tried to step on it again, hopped off, and then the adrenaline wore off. And that was probably the most pain I've like ever felt.
I was going to say, what can you even compare that pain to anything?
I don't know, man. That's a hard one. Cause I've been hurt a lot and I've like, I feel like I have a pretty high tolerance for knowing like, being hurt or injured. And it was up there, dude. Like, let me just put it this way. Like it hurt so much that I kind of got woozy, dude. I was just like, it was like hitting me and I was getting kind of pale. And of course, like I'm around people I don't know, and so everyone, of course, like you see someone get injured playing pickleball, they're like, try and walk it off. They're like, trying to help me. And I'm playing it off like, yeah, it's probably just a sprained ankle. But in my mind, I'm like, how do I get out of this? I'm going to faint in front of all these people. Luckily, there was like a girl there that was like a nurse or something. And she was like, put your head below your knees or whatever to get blood in your head. And that saved me, dude, because they're like, okay. And so not only that, they're like, okay, you got to walk to the car, right? The car is like super far away. And so they're going to do this, shoulder to shoulder. I couldn't do that. Jesus. I could not. Luckily, there was like some army bro there that was like, let me fireman carry you out of here. I was like, I don't care how lame this looks. Carry me to my car, dude. So I let this dude like just carry me, dude, like a wounded deer. And I'm just hearing my ankle just click, dude. It's just clicking. So like on top of that, I'm just hearing my ankle click, and worst pain ever.
Yeah, that's that fucking sucks. So
yeah, just that's what was my whole summer, was dealing with that injury.
So how long was the recovery process in all of this?
It's pretty long, man. It's like they said it'll be like a full year. To be like, I still can't run, I can't jump, I can't like bend my foot all the way. Like it could still re-tear. But I was in the gym like 2 weeks after, like in a boot or whatever. So I was still able to like do stuff. But yeah, man, it was like 2 or 3 months not using it at all.
Well, because I was gonna say, like, because you're walking up the stairs pretty well,
yeah,
moving around decently, but you can't do any heavy activity, like explosive activity, pretty much.
Like I can't like do like the like kneel down Tim Tebow style.
Yeah,
like it's still tender, and it's kind of even more scary now that I don't have the boot, because I'll be at the gym. Like last week, this happened. I'm forgetting that I'm still hurt, because I'm doing everything. And I jump up to the pull-up bar, and it was like instant, dude. Like it's a weird kind of pain. It's like deep, deep pain. And I thought I like, retore it. So it's been a lot of that. Like
are you
re-injuring it, going to the gym too early.
I was gonna say, are you doing any kind of PT for it?
Yeah, I've been going like twice a week, and then every day I do PT like at the gym on my own. So I'm fine. I'm like this week I just unlocked a new thing. I could push the sled, with no weight on it, but the sled they have. Yeah. So that was like a huge milestone for me to push that, because it's just, and a lot of it's mental too, because they tell you don't move your foot at all for 2-3 months. Do not move your foot. It can re-tear, and then all of a sudden they're like, okay, you can move your foot, and so mentally you're like scared, right? Because you don't know if it's gonna re-tear or what. So PT has helped me to like, a second person telling me, no, you're safe.
Jesus. So like, if this is, so like, imagine like this is your, like how your foot rests, right? So right now, are you able to go like that at all? Or do you have a full range of motion still, or is it still like keep it forward as much
More
as
or
possible?
less. So like, this is my hurt foot. Like this one, I could go all the way back, right, on my own. This one, I could go like that. Oh. So it's not full range of motion yet. But yeah, man, we're getting there. Life goes on, dude.
Yeah, life. Yeah, well, it
Yeah.
has to, right? Well, for all the issues that we have going on right now, this really is the best time to be alive. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, God, 200, 300 years ago.
Yeah.
Imagine doing something where you snap your Achilles
Oh,
tendon.
dude.
You're done.
Oh, you're done skis, bro. Forget it.
Yeah, you can't even clean the cabin. You can't, go out and chop firewood. You can't. What do? You're a hermit.
Yeah.
And then
I think about that a lot.
and like your foot has to heal and it like reforms a certain way. And you got this fucked up cleft foot or
Yeah.
cleft ankle looking thing, and hell no.
Dude, and on top of that, this is just it's funny now looking back, but usually when you tear your Achilles, like the next week they get you in and you reattach it, because the sooner the better. So my surgeon, he took a vacation to Hawaii, and that's literally what they told me. They're like, he's in Hawaii for the next 2 weeks, so just don't do nothing. So for 2 weeks, I went camping with my family, like on my little scooter, like without it like being fixed or anything.
I was gonna say, were you just walking around with a broken tendon?
Yeah, for like 2 weeks, I just had a full-on torn Achilles, and I was.
Whatever happened to because I remember this in like older movies where like doctors are on vacation and they get called in like, hey, you need to come home.
Yeah.
Or like doctors making house calls. What the fuck ever happened to that?
I don't know.
That's insane. Oh, fuck.
I mean, I'm sure with other surgeons and surgeries, they can just sub someone in. But this dude was like the Achilles guy. Like he was.
Want him?
Yeah, that's basically what they said, and it's kind of funny because now, and it's not funny. It's funny, not funny. So my cousin and his wife, they had an extra knee scooter. I don't know, from an injury in the past, so they let me use it for the whole time.
Wait, so that wasn't even provided by the hospital?
Nah. Yeah, they gave me crutches that were too small too. So for like a week and a half, I was like dragging my foot on the floor. It was just stupid. It's funny looking back, but it was probably one of the hardest times of my life.
No, yeah, that's
because I'm a fast. You know me, dude. I'm go. All my hobbies, like I just always doing stuff, and I just literally hit the brakes, dude. Like I couldn't drive myself. I figured out how to drive myself like after a couple weeks with my left foot.
Yeah.
But I wasn't supposed to, but I was going stir crazy. But anyways, the story that I'm getting at is my cousin reaches out to me and he's like, hey, we're going to need the knee scooter back. And I'm like, why? What's up? He's like, my wife tore her Achilles tendon, dude. Same injury happened to her doing something silly. So yeah, shout out to Martin and Carrie Peralta. I love you guys. So she's like steps behind me now. I don't know if it's like, I don't remember hearing people getting torn Achilles like growing up that much, but I feel like now I know like it seems like it's happening like across the board.
Well, it's also like how aware are you of that as a kid, and how you're not really paying attention to that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
When you're younger.
Yeah.
At least. I don't know. I feel like it's a pretty common injury in like sports like
basketball happens like crazy.
I would
now.
say basketball. It happened. Like, there was a stretch of time where there was like 3 or 4 years there where there were like dozens of these guys that would like jump up really explosively and would just snap, or like what is it's not breaking the Achilles, maybe it is injuring the Achilles tendon, but like where like it happened to Connor in his fight, happened to a couple basketball guys where they were like coming down and they snapped their foot.
Yeah.
They were like they already had a break and then they snap it and the foot just comes up
right, like a broken baseball bat.
Oh fuck!
Those are the hardest ones to watch.
I remember. I just remember when I was a kid. I was like a kid. I was in high school, and I had because the high school that I went to, we had our gym, and I went up there to lift, and I mean, I honestly didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was trying to figure out what was going on, and I'm on the leg press, and I hyperextended a little bit.
Oh,
and
so your knee went back?
Yeah, this is how I know there's a God.
Have you seen some of those videos?
Yes, I've seen those videos where it like. Yeah.
It's making me sick just
where
thinking
it's
about
Crunch
it.
City, right? I don't know how this happened. I don't know how to explain it. It's just it's one of my things that I go to, like, how do I know there's still a God around? So like these are my legs, right? Push out, I hyperextend on this end. My knee goes down, out, pops back into place. The weight comes back slowly. I like sit there and I'm like, I'm going back to my room. Fuck this. And I just stand up, dude. And I remember sprinting back to my dorm room and just sitting down like, okay, I think we're done lifting weights for the day. I'm going to play Mortal Kombat. This is...
so if you guys are watching, don't lock your legs while you're doing that machine. That's probably why they say don't lock your legs.
Yeah, so like that scared the shit out of me. And then I remember it was the same year as a freshman in high school. I was doing a shoulder press and I just like zoned out mid motion and it wasn't a lot of weight. I was fucking weak as shit, but I came up and then this shoulder like comes back.
Oh.
And then thankfully I dropped the weight.
Yeah.
And so like I come back and then I drop the weight. I was like, oh fuck, and I bring my shoulder back and I hear like that. I was like, oh nope, we're done here. We're done. I'm not, because I've never broken a bone. I've never fucked up a ligament or a tendon. I've never I've barely had to get stitches in my life. Like the biggest injury, quote unquote, that I've had is I had a hernia a few years ago. Oh. And even then, like the hernia was
wasn't like a muscle or a tendon.
Yeah, it was. What do they call it? It was right above the belly button, umbilical hernia. Mm-hmm. So, and thankfully, what had happened was when the abdominal wall tore, the gut it didn't spill into it. Thankfully, it was all fat, like a bunch of fat filled the pocket, and then so you can literally like push it in and shit.
That's gross.
Yeah, and so because normally with a hernia, it's your intestine that comes through it, but thankfully it was just fat.
You just brought up two of the grossest things, bro. The knee hyperextending and then the umbilical cord hernia. I'm like, and then also that freaking mojito zin combined is like you're making me nauseous.
And thankful because the only reason I knew
I've had a hiatal hernia and they're not fun, dude.
Yeah, so what is that?
It's the same thing. It's a hernia, but it's your stomach shoots up above your rib cage. So your rib cage is right here. You know how your sternum, so it kind of shoots through your sternum a little bit.
Oh.
So that's where you get a lot of acid reflux. Like,
was it painful?
It sucked, dude. You have heartburn 24/7. Every meal you eat, like, just wants to come back up.
Oh, fuck. I never had that. Well, the only reason I knew that I had it was, I don't know when I got it, but during my bodybuilding competition, because that I did like years ago, back in like, God, I guess over 3 years ago now.
Yeah.
I had never shredded weight like that before. Like I've always been kind of a leaner guy, but I've never been like,
shredded, minimum fat.
Yeah, because I went from like 186 to like 140 something.
That's a crazy drop.
Yeah. Oh, and if you watch the podcast from back then, I'm a fucking skeleton, dude.
I remember seeing, I don't know, one time I was digging through your Instagram and I saw some pictures of your show.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
like you did look really shredded.
Yeah, it
super
was
lean.
I enjoyed doing it, but the show itself was kind of gay.
Yeah,
but I ended up.
Are the judges chicks or guys, or is it just blended? Not that it matters, but I'm just.
I think it was like 3 dudes and a chick. Two dudes and a chick. Yeah. I don't really remember. I didn't pay attention to him too much.
Yeah.
I just remember standing up there just being like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, why am I here?
That's one. Yeah, I would feel super weird doing it.
Well, because it was so strange because my buddy, and God bless him, I love him to death. He's like he's natural, but he's like a legit bodybuilder.
Yeah.
And he's done American shows, but mainly in Mexico.
Yeah.
And so he was training me and he had done the show that I was doing and he was like, this is really weird. Like the idea is that you want to be flexing as much as possible, but don't look like you're flexing. And you need to like have like a more, it's a natural show, but you need to have a more like
nonchalant up there.
Exactly. Nonchalant. Yeah, exactly. So we were trying to figure out ways to pose and whatever. I just didn't practice posing enough. But anyway. So I just remember getting up there and they're telling us to turn and they're telling us to like do whatever. And I'm just like, I want to go home.
Did you feel like a cow being auctioned off or something?
Pretty much, yeah.
Turn to the right, turn to the left, and then you turn your back to them.
Pretty much.
You should have did the Nacho Libre butt squeeze or butt flex.
Yeah, the butt flex.
That would have been funny.
But it's weird because now I think about that and I think about like doing stand up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, stand up makes so much more sense. Stand up, like obviously I'm more active. I'm the only one on stage. I'm entertaining people directly. I'm getting direct feedback. Because that was the weird thing too. Like I'm trying to think back on it. Was like you're up there and you're not getting like there's like if there's people in the crowd for you, they'll cheer, or if you look really good, they'll cheer or whatever. But you're not getting that direct kind of feedback like you are doing stand-up.
Yeah.
Either the joke lands or it bombs.
Right. And
like,
up there, you don't know if you're doing good, bad, what until the end.
Exactly.
And they're like, you won or you didn't.
Exactly.
You're getting in real time, like, I'm killing it. And then you feed off that probably, right?
Exactly. Precisely. And so I remember being up there like, this is kind of gay. We're going to take a short break because that shit that's brewing, it's happening.
All right, go for it.
It's pressing the eject button. So we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. I got to take a bathroom break. audio. Okay, now we're back. Holy shit. Holy shit. This is why I can't do my own fucking podcast. Come see me do stand-up this weekend, 9:30, Casada's Comedy Club. Funny people, funny times. Be there, please. It'll sell out. Anyway.
Heck yeah.
So, hernias. Yeah, she notices my fucking hernia, and I'm like, yeah, I'll get it checked out later. Whatever. Doesn't hurt me. You touch it. Doesn't matter. So then, maybe like a month or so after the show, like I'm recovering from it, starting to slowly gain weight back, starting to like introduce new things to my diet, whatever. Because dude, literally like the last 11 days of my diet, I'm just eating like eggs, broccoli,
Like super plain,
yeah,
pure
like
protein.
maybe some fish, maybe some chicken is in there. Yeah, chicken was definitely in there. No, it was no fish because no fat. So it was just like plain chicken.
gosh.
It was ass, dude. So then I go get it checked out, and the doctors are like, oh, yeah, you need to get this fucking repaired now. Like, this is a problem. So then in the recovery period, dude, that was obviously wasn't as horrible as what you were going through, but that was some of the most uncomfortable times I've ever been in.
Yeah.
Like, standing up wasn't happening. I couldn't drive just because, like, you don't realize how much of your core you use while you drive. And so like I would be like turning the wheel or like looking around, and just the short bracing of the abdomen. I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like taking a shit fucking sucked. It fucking
That's rough,
sucked.
dude. Yeah, that was me right after my Achilles surgery. I tried to drive way too soon. And I tried to drive with just basically like my right injured foot hanging over the passenger seat. And I was just driving with my left foot. And they told me not to, but I was just, me, I was just impatient. Drove myself to the barber shop, almost like passed out. I got like super clammy. And then luckily my sister was able to come pick me up.
That's insane.
And then I waited like a couple weeks and then tried it again. And then I was just riding dirty, dude.
Well, I was going to say,
dirty,
what
foot in the air.
Like, what the fuck happens if you get into a wreck? Your leg is fucked.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Your leg's fucked.
My
Anyway.
mental health was priority.
Yeah, that's fair.
I reached like a point where I had to just, do something.
I was going to say, because I'd imagine at some point you're starting to get like cabin fever like a motherfucker.
Yeah, man. I mean, especially at my house. Luckily, so I was at my house for a little bit right after. And I live in, you've been in my spot. It's pretty small. Even with the knee scooter, there's like 2 little spots you can go. And I was just going crazy, man. Yeah. So I lived with my parents for like a month.
Nice.
And they got a wraparound porch, so I would get bored and just ride my little scooter around the house, dude. I felt like I was like 10 years old again, just messing, like, during summer.
Yeah,
Mom, what are we doing today? We gonna go to Walmart? Simpler times.
I mean, shit, man. I'm glad you're on the upswing.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're doing better.
Thanks, man.
Hopefully the next 2 months are easy. You don't fuck yourself up again.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what is your life these days? Like, what are you doing these days, man? Like, how are you? I know you're still doing the podcast.
Yeah.
How what's keeping you interested these days?
So that Japan trip was like a big break for me to just like finally let the reins go on my life. So all summer I was just cooped up and not really doing much, man. Did a lot of reading and stuff like that. So as soon as I got better, that Japan trip was like a kickoff to me. Like, I'm back, And so now I kind of got the itch to travel more, man. I think that's like going to be my next move, is just seeing new spots. And now I feel like I can do it. I feel more comfortable doing it. And so hopefully this year I'll get to travel out of the country a little more and maybe go to Europe or something. Nice. But just regular life right now, dude, I'm pretty boring, man. I work, gym, and podcasting. Yeah. Occasional movies by myself. I like doing that. I still enjoy going to a good movie.
Dude, there is something, I mean, good for you, first of all, but like there is something absolutely fucking freeing. Like, I haven't done it in a while, but going to a movie by yourself is nice.
Yeah.
It's nice.
And then you have your own popcorn, dude. And the best thing about going solo, and especially like on opening nights, there's always one seat there, bro. There's always one single seat.
Yeah.
And it's just for you.
Yeah, and then you make everyone else uncomfortable. Like, I thought this was going to be the seat not next to somebody.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is this guy?
No, to make myself like feel less awkward, I pretend like I know the people I'm sitting next to. I'm like, hey, how's it going? Yeah.
Oh,
So everyone doesn't know I'm there by myself. Grab some of their popcorn. No, I'm just kidding.
Jesus Christ, that's funny.
Yeah, the last movie I saw though was that Predator movie. I really liked that one.
Was it good? Was that good?
I thought it was good, man. I mean, I am not a big, huge lore Predator guy. I can't say I've seen all of them. And at the time, I had just got back from Japan, and my sleep schedule was flipped, dude. So I was trying not to go to bed before 7 p.m. Like, so I just booked a movie ticket. Predator was out, zero expectations, and I had the best time ever.
Well, because I watched.
You haven't seen it yet?
No, I haven't.
Dude, you're gonna like it.
I've seen Prey, enjoyed that, and then I watched the animated show or animated movie rather that they made on Hulu. It's called like The Killer of Killers or something like that.
It's a Predator movie?
Yeah, it's animated.
Okay.
It's really good. That was great.
Sick.
And then Alien Earth was interesting.
I haven't seen that one yet.
It was like there's some episodes in there where it's like this is one of the if this was because the episode's maybe like an hour or so long. It's like if you just tacked on an extra 25, 30 minutes, this is one of the best alien movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like this is insane. And there's other parts of it where I'm like, what special ed person fucking wrote this? What the fuck is this? Is horrible. And the ending was not very.
You know
good.
what's funny is last time I was on the pod, not Prometheus, Romulus just came out.
Yeah.
We were talking about that. And little sidebar, I remember we were arguing and you didn't believe me that they were going to make 28 years later.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, it's happening.
Because
it's not happening.
There was no reason to believe it until the trailer comes out. Because
Yeah.
so many movies get put in development, so many movies go into development hell and they don't get made.
Yeah.
And that movie's been in development hell for the better part of 20 years.
Yeah, you're right.
That movie sucked.
Yeah, it was kind of a...
That was so bad. Like, and then
It had me hooked like till the end, and then it just got kind of weird.
it lost me after the first 45 minutes. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Like that.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Like first 45 minutes was like the build up was like, okay, this is cool.
Like it was solid, and then
And until you saw the first naked zombie.
that threw me off. Yeah, 28 inches later was nuts.
Do you think they did that just for the memes alone?
Dude.
Because I feel like that's what that movie became.
Well, that's also a very, like, full frontal nudity. Now, I can't explain the length. The length is insane. Like, just maybe it's like it's the alpha.
Everyone's like, don't take your chicks to watch 28 years later.
So, like, you know, the alpha guy, whatever, having a
Yeah.
huge dick. Maybe I'm sure what's his name, Danny Boyle can explain. Oh, he's the alpha of the pack.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh, okay. We finally figured out how to make your dick bigger, and you have to get a rage by. Okay, but like, I don't know, man. Like it was a really good like. I understand how do I put it? Okay, so what I love about 28 Days Later, what I love about that movie is it's a fantastical plot. Obviously, it's a virus. They're not technically zombies. They don't die.
Right.
They get infected by a thing and become a
Rage.
part of the But it's about as close as you could get to a real world zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
And I appreciated that. And then I really loved about the end was that they were dying by 6 months. It's like 6 or 8 months by the end of the
Unless
movie.
they're eating worms or whatever.
Well, no, by the end of the first movie.
Oh, by the end of the first one, because they
movie.
starve.
Yeah, because they were starting to starve and decompose and all that kind of stuff. So I really liked that. I
Yeah.
love that it was bookended that way. Like, no, this is if a zombie apocalypse happens, this is probably how it would go down.
Right.
Okay, cool. And then 28 weeks later is good. I think it gets too much shit, but like, very good movie. Very silly way that the apocalypse comes back with the guy kissing his infected wife. But whatever, you have to have a plot to a movie. That's a lazy way to do it. Fine,
Yeah.
whatever. But going in, so I bring those two movies up just because, like, you're still, even though it's a fantastical premise, you're still in a world where it's as grounded as humanly possible. So then to go to 28 years later and you want me to believe that the entire world has moved on from England, this island, or it's like an island of England or whatever, right?
Yeah.
That's like completely infected by the virus, but the whole world has moved on. No military contractors have gone in. No weapons companies have gone in. There's no kind of real military action going on. Like, NATO hasn't stepped in. The UN hasn't stepped in, because it's not like a Gaza situation where there's a, it's a strip of land that's being controlled by an oppressive fucking war criminal that's like making deals with presidents and trying to whatever about it. It's just, this is how it is. There's no leadership. There's no whatever. Just kind of letting them be how it is.
Yeah.
And so that didn't make any sense to me. And then how, like, what was it? Well, first of all, just the writing was very good after the first, like, 30, 40 minutes. But then the plot shifting to being all about, like, the mom. That was my work phone. That's what that was. I got a promotion at work, and now I'm fucking on the clock 24 hours a day.
Yeah, I'm on a podcast with Noah. Yeah, I'll be home in a little bit. Love you. Just kidding. When I was at parties, I used to pretend like my mom was calling me, and then I would just talk crap about everyone around me. I'm like, yeah, I'm still with Noah. Yeah, he's still kind of lame, but no, I'm nice to him. No, I'll call you later, Mom.
I don't know why I don't get invited to parties anymore. Yeah, no, I don't get it. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, man.
The movie was whatever. It was. You should watch the Predator movie though.
Okay. Well, and then
it's like you have the 300 poster in here.
Yeah.
It gave off 300 vibes, like Spartan type Predator vibes, like where he's slow motion Zack Snyder type scenes where
sick.
It was dope. Like
the guy,
just from action.
The guy who's in charge of all that, Dan Trachtenberg, he's a very talented guy, and he clearly loves. That's what I appreciate about it though, is like they love the guy who's running this whole ship, about on the Predator side at least, like loves the lore of Predator and is trying to bring it back to what it is. I hope they don't bring back Arnold Schwarzenegger. I just leave that alone.
Yeah,
don't touch the original. It's
like a curse when you do that to a movie.
And there's just no need for it. We saw what happened with Terminator. Don't do that. But it's funny to bring up 28 years later, because the trailer for the sequel came out today.
No way.
It looks terrible.
I haven't seen it.
It looks bad. I don't know.
So my entire content that I've absorbed in the past like 4 days is Stranger Things.
I don't know
if you've never watched it.
I haven't seen it.
My brother, I gave it up on season 2. I was like, this is kind of, I don't know. I just lost interest. Got convinced to give it another try. So I just like binged 3, 4, and then now 5 just came out.
I am.
It's good.
I'm like 2 episodes away from finishing season 4, and I've seen nothing of 5.
Okay, it's good. You should do it.
I need to get to it.
Because I'm like, I was a hater. I'm not gonna lie. I was a hater on the show. It was just like too teenagey, like love, and I was just like, what is this? And then you just once you get past that,
Well,
the lore is really cool. The storytelling. Every character has their own purpose.
I completely agree. Like I mean, I'll be honest. I liked it from the jump, but as I was getting through season 4, I was like, oh, and I started hearing about the cliffhanger that happens at the end. I don't know what happens, but I saw there's a cliffhanger. And I was like,
4?
Yeah, okay. And I was like, okay. I think I'm gonna wait until 5 comes out to finish this, because I don't want to go through like the 2-year, waiting period, and now I'm just been lazy as fuck.
Dude, each episode's like 2 hours, dude.
That's what I saw.
It's crazy.
And then there's like there's gonna be screenings for the series finale in theaters. It's supposed to be like 2 hours long.
That's wild.
It was just fucking insane. I don't know, dude. I don't have a whole lot of time, even though I work from home. I don't have a whole lot of time.
You can put it on, bro.
Yeah, but that's something that I want to sit down and like
2 hours
experience.
Not like be in a meeting and it's background.
Exactly. And then like I have this thing, especially now that I work from home, where I'm just like, I could be I will say this: any free time that I have had lately, I've been playing Battlefield 6.
Oh, is it sick?
Oh my god!
Is it like Warzone on steroids?
It is the best shooter of all time. I'm sorry. It is the best.
The trailer with the Limp Bizkit song, dude, that got my gears going.
Dude, it is like, did you play Modern Warfare 2 when it first came out? The original Modern Warfare 2?
Yeah. I mean, what year did it even come out?
That was like 2009.
Probably.
Around
I'm sure I played it.
Like 09, 2010-ish.
I didn't have online.
But still, did you play that game? Okay.
The story was sick.
Yeah, so that Battlefield 6 makes me feel like a middle schooler playing the original Modern Warfare 2.
Nice.
Dude, like it is so Like it's got bugs and it's got its little issues here and there. Every game does, whatever. Dice isn't perfect.
Do you play online or do you do?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm only like 3 missions into the story, dude. I've been
Okay.
playing only online.
That's what I feel like I do mainly too.
And oh my dude, I can't.
Is it just chaos?
It's
Like real war, like tanks and helicopters and buildings really collapse and stuff.
It's not like real war,
Not, I mean,
obviously, but it's like it's very involved.
Yeah, like there's commotion.
Yes.
Like, it's not just like 10 guys going against each other.
Yeah, exactly. Like you have to, like, it's like in Call of Duty, it's just chickens without their heads running around shooting whatever you find. If you don't play the specific game modes the correct way and you don't understand strategy and you don't understand how the squad movements work and how like basically how to take objectives and like the battlefield strategy, you'll just get fucking capped.
Dang.
Like because there's like, especially on the big game maps, like there will be snipers you don't even know where they're at. Like you can't see them, and it's like, oh, there you are. Poop, poop,
Wow.
poop. Dude, and then there's like jets flying around.
What do you like to do? Are you like are you a grunt on the ground or what do you do?
Yeah, I've never been super big. Like my buddy, a good friend of mine, Springer, he's big into Call of Duty, and he's the guy that needs to get like all the gold skins and all the whatever. He grinds it, exactly. I've never been into that until I played this. So I just completed all the objectives for the assault class, like the infantry. So now I'm working on the sniper class.
Okay. That's sick.
So much fun.
Dude, so were you a Halo guy ever?
Yeah.
Do you, like, can we talk about that for a sec? How sick Halo was when it first came out? Like, I don't know what grade you were in or if you even were old enough to play. Like you're what, like 28? 28?
Because you're in your 30s. I have to remind myself of that.
I'm 32.
Yeah, you're 32.
But I remember when Halo 1 first came out, I was still like at the sleepover stage, like where one friend got it, right?
Yep.
And we were just like multiplayer, dude, in the screen. Didn't have online, and we were entertained for days, bro. And then on top of that, the story mode.
Yeah.
The Halo 1, 2, 3 story mode, dude, that was like next level. I was like a PS guy, and then when Halo came out, I was Xbox.
I never got into the Halo story until I got into high school. Just because like I don't know, like the only story games I played in like middle school was like Arkham Asylum. And then also I loved Gears of War for the multiplayer because my uncle had it. So like he showed me Halo 2. Or no, I'm sorry. No, I got the first Halo, but I didn't understand it. I was a bit young. Yeah. I was like maybe 8 or 9. And I had like the original Xbox. No, it was like 9 or 10. I don't know. Anyway, I just didn't understand what I was playing. Like genuinely, I had that. I had the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, and I had Batman Begins.
Heck yeah.
And I didn't understand
That's
what
all
I was.
You need.
Yeah, as I didn't understand it, so I just played like the superhero stuff.
Yeah.
But then, I grew up a little bit. My uncle had Halo 2. Okay. And he showed me that. And I was like, oh, that's what that is. This is cool.
And then you want to go back and play the first one.
But like what got me story-wise when I was in middle school already? Was this 5th grade? I'm trying to remember. I might have been in 5th grade playing Gears of War. I'm going to look that up when the first Gears of War came out.
I never played Gears.
Dude.
That was the Halo era, and it was only on PS, right?
No, that was Xbox.
It was on Xbox?
It's an Xbox.
I never played Gears.
It just came to PlayStation.
It's not first person.
No, it's
third person, right?
So 06, which means that I was 9 at the time. Oh my God, I was 9 years old playing Gears of War.
Heck
okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think I was like an 8th grader-ish.
Yeah, because I grew up on horror movies, and the first Gears of War game is horror. Like it is a flat out horror game for sure. Especially like there's an area.
Don't they have like a chainsaw gun and you just like go crazy?
Well, again, there's a set of missions where you have to move through this town at night, and there's this. I think they're infected by whatever like the aliens have. They're infected, or maybe they're like an actual like alien bird. I don't know. They don't really explain it, but they're called the Krill. And the idea is that you have to stay under street lamps or next to fire or whatever, because if you go into darkness, the Krill just come down and eat you.
Okay.
So that scared the shit out of me. That scared the fucking shit out of me. So I love playing that, and the whole story of Gears of War is incredible. Like, I don't know, like, what happened. Like, Gears of War 4 is okay, and they really did not do a good job with 5. But 1 through 3 is so that is incredible. And so that's what got me story-wise. But then when I got into high school, and I really started, like, playing more Halo campaigns, and I was like, oh yeah, that's
pretty sick.
This is fucking
There's nothing more rewarding like playing a video game than throwing a sticky grenade on a grunt.
Yes.
And he's just like, wow, blasts up. Like as a kid, it was just so fun, man. Even as an adult.
Well, then even like, I don't think we've gotten, even with Battlefield 6, like, and I, like, as far as, I take it back, it's not the best shooter, but it's the best military shooter. Like the best, like, milsim shooter. Like, it's probably my favorite, like, that I've ever played. Even with nostalgia being tacked in, because, I mean, I played so much Modern Warfare 2 online as a kid that that's where my sleep habits got fucked up. It was because of Modern Warfare 2. But I don't think we've gotten a more complete multiplayer package as we did in Halo 3.
No.
Because there was so much that you could do with the modes that they already gave you, and then you had Forge mode where you could create all the maps, and adjust all the settings, and like it
was fun.
It was so complex, but it was accessible. Like everyone knew what was going on, and there was like community maps that you could get into, and
it was the first. It walked so other games could run. I think.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like it really like opened it up to where you wanted to play online. That was all you wanted to do. Like that was the funnest times, bro. Like just I remember like my childhood, like middle school, 6th grade through 8th grade. Was playing online Halo at my cousin's house. I didn't have it, but he had it. Till our eyes hurt. Go outside, play baseball till we got tired. Go back, play Halo. It was just that, dude. That was my whole childhood. You can't drive, so
right.
What are you gonna do?
It's either
we don't have phones.
It's either that or meth. What are you gonna do now, Kirby?
Yeah, I know that's true.
But so there's another game that's really good. I've been playing it a little bit. I want to get back into it more because I was playing a shit ton of Helldivers 2.
Yeah.
And I've been playing that on PC. That was my shit. And then Battlefield 6 came out. But I played a little bit of this game called Ready or Not. Have you played that?
Dude, I haven't gamed in like 3 years.
Okay, you got.
So I'm out of my PS4 crashed on me.
Oh shit!
And I just took it as like a sign from God.
You gotta get back into dude. Gaming has never been better right now.
I'm trying to find a wife right now, bro. So I'm putting my gaming career to the back burner. Why are you trying to? I'm not getting any younger.
Why are you trying to do that? Come on now, spend your time with. I'm just kidding.
See, you got a girl. You're chilling. I'm out on the battlefild for real. Just kidding.
But I would not want to be dating right now.
Yeah, I was in a long-term relationship for like 3 years. I've been single for like 2 years, but it changed. It's crazy. Like when you're out and then you pop back in like a video game and just seeing how people
are you on the apps.
No apps.
Good for you.
I'm not like dating. I'm not like I'm just joking. Like I'm chilling right now.
Good for you.
But I just see like just social media. Just I don't know.
Well, because like
Kanye said it best. Instagram's got your chick. Instagram's got your chick. Like she's posting those selfies not for you. She's posting them for the gram. I think that's funny.
Well, it's real, dude. And I remember like the only time I've been on Tinder, I was like 18. No. How old was I? Yeah, a little bit when I was 18. And then when that relationship ended, I was like 20. Yeah, 20. The last time I was on, I was like 20 years old.
Yeah.
And it was very simple back then. It was just swiping, and then you only had like a certain amount of swipes, whatever.
Okay.
Like a year and a half ago, I was living with all my buddies when we first did the podcast. And one of my homies that I was living with was on Tinder.
Okay.
And he showed me what Tinder looks like now. Fuck that.
What? What's crazy about it? First off, can you explain to me that's never used? I know the swipe left, swipe right.
That's basically the
if
format.
you both swipe, if you both give the green light, then you talk.
Look at him playing coy. Look at him playing coy, like he's not on Tinder.
I am not on Tinder, bro.
No, I know. I'm fucking with you. So basically you just swipe, and if you both swipe on each other, you match, and whatever.
And then you just talk.
Yeah, exactly. But he was showing me how like it's basically become just like a fucking like a mobile game where you have to pay for a bunch of extra stuff. You have to pay for a bunch of things. You only have like a short amount of likes unless you pay a little bit, or swipes you have to pay a little bit. And you send like super whatever.
Dude,
and
what?
It just.
They're making money off of people just trying to find a connection.
Are you shocked?
And no, I'm not shocked.
Does anything about that surprise you?
We're in real life Black Mirror.
Yeah, no, we are. And then like, well, oh my God, dude, do you watch Black Mirror?
Yeah, I love Black Mirror.
So I haven't finished all of the latest season, but the one that stuck with me, was the one where it's, fuck, I forget the guy's name, but it's a husband and a wife, and the wife is played by Rashida Jones, the girl from Parks and Rec. And
she gets, that's from the new season.
Yeah, where she gets sick.
Normal people or something.
Yeah,
ordinary people.
And you have to get like subscription service for like the medicine, and the subscription service for like it's for like a transplant or something that she had.
She needed like she was gonna die. She was brain dead, and they saved her life. But part of saving her life is she's tapped into this mainframe.
Yeah.
Where basically she has to run ads like 10 times a day. And the ads are catered to whoever she's interacting with. Yeah. So I'm talking to you, and all of a sudden I like offer some digestion ad or something mid podcast, and it just insults everyone. Am I right?
That's funny. Yeah, but I mean, because she's like what? She's like a school teacher, so she's like in the middle of the class, does an ad for like it was like for Miracle Whip or for like Cool Whip or whatever.
And she can't leave the city unless she upgrades.
Yeah. And the guy, like, he starts going on to like that website, start hurting himself online. People start watching.
Oh, that's sad.
Like that one stuck with me. So I'm just like, that is because like that premise. And then have you seen a movie called Repo Man with Forrest Whitaker and Jude Law? It came out like 2009, 2010. Basically, what it is it's based off of a book. It's pretty good. Basically, it's in the future where this pharmaceutical company has perfected like cloning parts of your body for replacements. Okay. So like if you get your arm cut off, you can get a brand new arm and it works perfectly, or like any kind of organ or a brain or literally anything, and you have to get on a payment plan because it's super expensive. Yeah. Excuse me. But if you miss payments, like just like with a car or like with a house, it gets repossessed. Oh, no way. So they send out the repo men to come get you, and they like cut out your liver, they cut out your heart, your eye, whatever it is, and exactly, they leave them dead. And I just think about stuff like that, and I'm like, how far away are we from that kind of shit? Yeah, genuinely, with like Neuralink coming out, the brain chip from Elon Musk, and with what Palantir's putting out with mass surveillance, like how far away are we from the pharmaceutical companies? Like, and they're obviously been doing cloning for decades, but like. And we're in a race with China against it. But it's like, how far away are we from these pharmaceutical companies being like, hey, Josh, listen, man, I know you really had a bad spill playing pickleball. Yeah. We saw you on that stupid podcast talking about it. All right, listen, we have a deal for you. I got a brand new lower leg for you. Now, it's going to cost you $50,000, but you got money. And payment plans are easy, not a lot of interest. You'll be okay.
Perfect pitch.
And then, Lord forbid, you lose your job one day or just something happens. Yeah. And it's like, hey, Josh, you haven't paid on that leg in like 3 months, buddy. Dude. We're going to have to send the repossession guys out there to come and get you. Or, hey, we can lower your payment plan, but you're going to have to start running ads for fucking Hims. Or running ads.
Dude wipes.
Or for dude wipes. Or what was the other? Or for Cowshy.
Dude, another like real life Black Mirror scenario, it's happening like you said, I think it's China, is the social credit score. There's an episode, it's one of the, like you said, that one stuck with you. There's an episode on Black Mirror, I forget what season it is.
It's with, I feel like the one you're going
like, to. Where every interaction you rate it,
yeah,
right?
It's with the girl who played Gwen Stacy in Spider-Man 3, Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yes, so every interaction, hey, Noah, how are you? You're kind of in a bad mood, you're rated a 1. And then you get an offender bender, you're rated a 1, and you're just day by day. So everyone is forced to pretend to be nice. No one's really themselves.
Well, that was the scary thing. Well, one of the scary things under the Biden administration is they tried implementing a ministry of truth. Where it
like
was
that, basically?
Well,
like
so that's how you get there. Because if the end goal, which we know it is, because they're doing it in China.
So it is real in China? They actually, like, you can't fly if your social credit score is certain.
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's to the extent of that, but they do have a social credit score that will decide like if you're able
to get a house,
able to purchase certain things, like even like menial things, and then it's also like they have that, and they're trying to implement like I know Europe's implementing like the carbon taxes and the carbon footprint stuff, where it's like you can't drive a certain amount of time or whatever. But like the Chinese government and then a bunch of governments out in the UK or the government of UK, they've floated out about how like I it was earlier this year actually, I saved it, but the some guy in Parliament or something in the UK was talking about how by the year 2036 or 35 or whatever, UK is going to be completely carbon neutral, and we are going to no longer allow like gas powered cars.
Yeah.
And we're going to like halt transport if people aren't doing like aren't following or whatever.
Just full control.
Exactly. And so we know what these other governments are trying to do. So then, at least where my brain goes, when you put in something like a ministry of truth, because there was already a ton of censorship online, and we know this now with companies like Google and through them YouTube, Meta, Twitter before Elon bought it, under the COVID stuff. Like I still have a flag on my YouTube channel from talking about Dr. Robert Malone. I don't know if you know who that is, but he was a guy during the COVID years where he was talking about how the COVID response from the government was causing a mass, what was it called? It was mass, it's like mass something hypnosis, where basically the idea is like they're able to control the masses through fear.
Wait, so you just said his name again? Is it still a threat?
No, now it's not, because they've rolled back all that kind of stuff. But so there's already a ton of censorship. Like you would get like a bunch of people, like high profile people, like scientists, like Brett Weinstein. Weinstein.
He's the guy with the afro.
Yeah. He got his X account blocked for a while because he was talking about the lab leak theory, which we now accept as truth. We all accept that the COVID-19 virus came out of the Wuhan coronavirus lab.
Yeah.
Like my favorite quote about that is from, you know who Jon Stewart is? No. The comedian. He does Daily Show on Comedy Central.
Yes, the Daily Show. Yeah. I've seen it.
He went on Colbert, and on Colbert's talk show during the pandemic, and he was like, you know, these people are saying that it came from a penguin or whatever. He goes, imagine if there was an outbreak of chocolatey goodness in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Are you going to blame the rats or are you going to blame the chocolate factory? So it's like, you know, but you say this stuff back then, and you get hit on social media. And then when you come in with a ministry of truth where they're further pushing censorship and they're further silencing these voices that are coming out, and not even just like, even if they were wrong, the way you, at least in my opinion, the way you combat bad speech is better speech. And if you don't have an argument against the bad speech or what you think is bad speech, then what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
And so that's the road we were going down. Thankfully, they didn't get to put it in. They weren't able to get any of that passed. But
in other countries, it's implemented a lot more quicker.
Exactly. And even like it got reported.
It's not as easy to do here.
It got reported it was the end of the week last week. Alex Berenson, he put out this report about how during the Moderna trials for the vaccine, a kid died.
And you couldn't say that?
In the trials, we didn't know about it.
Oh, wow.
And we didn't know about it until this past week.
Jeez.
Where it's like, okay, so now we know for a fact the vaccines weren't safe and effective because in the trial stage, a kid died. And this same government, well, it's under the Biden administration, well, Trump did a little bit of it too. They were pushing for children to be vaccinated and double vaxxed and boosted and all these things.
That's crazy. A kid died in the trials.
A kid died in the fucking trials. Yeah. And then, but now it's, you can, what can you really do about it?
What do they do? Just have their family sign NDAs or what? Or just pay them off like beyond?
Let me try to find it really quick.
Because I feel like first off, why would you put your kid through a trial? That sounds kind of sketch too, huh?
Let's see. Alex Berenson, COVID.
Hey, Mom. Yeah, I'm on a podcast with my friend Noah.
He's such a fucking bitch.
Yeah, we're talking about COVID.
Where the fuck was it? Oh, I can't find it.
No, he's cool.
No, I can't find it. Fuck.
He can't find it.
But fuck you.
Okay, bye.
He's such a piece of shit. But it's like, you know, if we would have talked about it back then, you would have been censored.
Yeah.
And this is the Black Mirror stuff that you're going down. And that's why I can't binge watch Black Mirror, dude. I get like 2 episodes in and I'm
Does it like get to you?
oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know, man. It's probably gonna just. That's why I shut it off for a little bit, bro.
I'm jealous of you, dude. I'm very
I shut
jealous
it
of
off
you.
for a little bit, and it's been nice. Cause I don't know. I feel like when you're in it and then you're out and then you go back in it, it's like the same. Like you almost like you skip the season of Stranger Things, but you still are back in it. You know?
Yeah.
Like, but it's still the same thing. It's still the same. I don't know.
Well, and I'll be honest, like there's a feeling.
Some people will probably be mad at me for doing that.
No.
Like, whatever. But
no, I don't think so.
I was just exhausted. You know.
I mean,
my brain was hurting.
Well, because it's like we're, as a human race right now, we're toying with something that we don't fully understand. Like, how recent is social media? 20. Because if what do you want to count as social media, right? Because if you count YouTube as social media, that's what, 09, 2010?
Yeah.
But if you're just going off of like Facebook, that was like, yeah, 2010, maybe 2011 when it started getting big, 2012. And then Instagram came shortly after, and Twitter was around the same time. And so this is only 13 years of social media. It's not even an adult. If social media was a human, it's not even legal adult yet.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a brand new thing. Our brains are not built. That's why we have a term called doom scrolling.
Yeah.
Right? Our brains are not built for easy access to dopamine in general.
Yeah.
But this new version of it, where it's everything your brain could ever, it's a giant, or it's a tiny, accessible little box where you have access to the world's information.
And it's catered exactly to your taste.
Exactly. You have everything that you want on here. And then there's a little app that is free. All your friends are on it, Josh. You have to get on Instagram.
Yeah.
Everyone uses it.
We're forced to be plugged in.
Yeah, so then all you do is just go like that, go like that, go like that, go like that. Oh, I'm plugged in.
Yeah, dude.
I'm plugged in.
Time disappears.
Yeah, see?
Alex Jones
Alex
raging
Jones.
out.
Immediately, right? And my point
Wait,
is,
hold on. Let me see what that was.
my point exactly.
What does it say? Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
My point exactly, right? So then...
Wait, hold on. I want to see what mine is. Okay. Reels. Yeah, go ahead. Keep talking. I want to see what my first reel is.
Yeah, what's
that
your
pops
first
up.
reel when it comes
Wait,
up?
actually, I don't know. What if it's horrible, though? The world's going to know. Something about Cam Patterson. Local fans stunned to see Cam Patterson out at a mic.
Oh, I saw that meme. Dude, Cam Patterson is one of the
love
hardest.
Cam.
He's one of the hardest working comedians out there today.
Is he out there on the field grinding?
Oh yeah, dude. I got some buddies that are friends with him out in Austin. He moved to New York, but like when he was out in Austin, he would literally like before Kill Tony go to a regular open mic or try to get on a show or just hop on a show because he's fucking Cam Patterson. Just get on a show, do a set, go to Kill Tony, do his thing on Kill Tony,
nuts.
leave there, go to a late night mic, then go back to the mothership to hang out. Like
Yeah, he doesn't need Kill Tony.
yeah, he grinds.
Like he exists on his own.
Yeah, now he does. Yeah, but anyway,
Do you keep up with podcast drama? Like like with
No.
comedians and all that? Like
No.
like some of the cringe bait stuff?
I see it. You know what I mean? And I've
Just for funsies, you don't see like
I've
what
like
the deal is?
scrolled through and like skimmed through some of the videos, but like I tell my buddies this here in town, dude. Whether it's like the local comedy stuff or the big names,
Yeah.
beefing and arguing and having drama over stand-up comedy
Yeah.
is fucking gay.
Some of it's pretty entertaining though.
It's gay.
Some of you
dude.
guys like have you and you probably don't like have you been seeing like the Akash stuff?
Yeah, I did see that.
That got pretty big.
His wife is running around saying some pretty wild shit.
It was similar to like the Logan Paul situation.
Yeah.
Like where he thought he married a saint, kind of.
Nobody thought his wife was a saint, though.
No, not Logan. Akash. Like there's videos of Akash saying like, yeah, like we both waited to have sex till we got married. And he's like, you know, grilling all these like alpha dudes. And then all these videos are coming out of her like
Talking about gangbangs.
I used to have a roster and blah, blah, blah. And I got sucked into it, dude. I think they made a response today, like on Flagrant. But so every now and then I participate and just like see what's going on.
Well, that's different. that's a guy getting clowned on the internet outside of stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
He could have been an actor, a musician, or whatever.
Yeah.
But because he is a podcaster too, there's so many hours of him on the internet, and there's so many hours of him saying things that he might not even agree with today.
Yeah.
But then when it comes, and that's
Everyone always goes back to
that's why I keep my personal life out of my podcast.
Yeah.
That's why I keep it out of the podcast. That's why I keep it out of my stand-up sets.
Yeah.
I don't, not just because I think I'm ever going to get clowned. I don't think I'm going to.
It's smart to think,
but,
though.
But
Like,
it's just like, I don't need tertiary effects to people that I care about because
Yeah.
of things that I say on
Yeah, yeah.
Because even there's some shit that I've said on the internet where she's like, hey, you should probably tone it down a little bit. And I'm
Yeah.
like, nah, I'm not going to. I don't feel inclined to tone it down. But you know, it's like I don't need other people being affected. Like
Right.
here's a great example. A small one, but a good example. So I posted this reel on Instagram today and it went on my Facebook, and this guy is trying to give me shit for making a Jew joke. And it's like little stuff like this. It's just tiny little stuff like that. Where I'm like, and that dude's a comedian too, which kind of kills me. Where it's like, aren't you a comic, dude?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Can't we understand a joke?
He's a comic?
Yeah.
You know this guy, actually?
Yeah, I've met him once. He's
okay.
a comic out of El Paso.
Okay.
And so I'm just like, can't we all understand what jokes are?
Yeah.
Like, I thought this was America.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Everyone, like, some people it's crazy how everyone has their own triggers.
Yeah.
And you don't know what's going to trigger who or what. Like, and they're almost like sleeper cell triggers. Like, you'll be friends with someone for like a while, and you'll just, we're friends. We make a joke, and then all of a sudden they just flip.
Yeah.
And they're like, wait, what did I say? I thought we were cool. And they're like, I can't believe you said that. Well, dude, I'm sorry. Like, to me, it's not that big a deal. Well, I can't even think of an example, but you know what I'm talking about.
No, I do. Because look, everyone can understand. I think most well-adjusted humans, they are able to discern whether it's in person or they're seeing it on their phone
Yeah.
or whatever it is. You can discern when somebody's making a joke and when they're being honest.
Yeah.
Like, and the example
Exactly. Can you not read the room?
Right.
Or, like,
The example I always go back to is the guy, Michael Richards. He played Kramer on Seinfeld.
Yeah.
When he had his big explosion at the Laugh Factory in the early 2000s, and he was getting heckled by a couple of black guys, and he just started calling him the N-word.
Oh.
Just started blasting off on him. And it's like, okay, this is...
But it was coming from like a place of hate.
Exactly. Like, you can clearly tell that this guy is no longer doing stand-up.
Yeah.
He is... Like, there's some real...
Like there was something
issues.
underlying, like that got him to just finally blow his gasket.
Right. Like, there is some real issues there.
Yeah.
And so that's an example of like, okay, the guy's clearly being hateful. But... And then he was blacklisted from Hollywood after that.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, fair enough. But
Dude, my love language, my sign of friendship is like making fun of you. Like if I'm not giving you crap, like we have a running joke at work. Like if you're not getting picked on or like made fun of, then no one really actually likes you.
Well, that's...
It's when people stop that you got to worry like, hey, what? That's just like I don't know. It's like a sign of like
It's a
friendship.
It's a mutual understood thing, and I think
like I make fun of you, you make fun of me.
right. And I think it's a thing that's uniquely to guys. Now I only know the male experience, but I've never heard of women.
I give girls crap too at work too, bro. I'm not afraid.
Well, right, but I've never heard of women in a friend group that give each other shit like that, where
Yeah.
there isn't a level of like meanness to it.
Something comes
I
out
was
like
oh,
real.
no, fuck this bitch. She married a doctor. She married a fucking. She's got the Prada bag. She's able to go. She's driving a Mercedes.
Yeah, guys aren't like that.
Because think about it.
Or
Right?
I'm not. I don't know.
Well, we're not. Right.
I
we're
don't
not.
look at other guys and I'm like, oh, he's got a mothership hat. This freaking idiot.
Well,
I can't
like-
believe he went and I didn't.
Well, think about it.
He
Right.
thinks he's better than me.
Well, think about it. Right. So when women want to when women want to tear each other down, what's the first insult they go to?
Looks? I don't know.
It's worse than that. They call each other a whore.
Oh,
That's how they do it. Is when they really want to tear each other down. It's you're a whore, you're
Yeah.
a slut, you cheated on your baba, you're a fucking baba baba. That's how. If guys want to tear each other down, it's like you call each other like what, like a pussy. You attack.
Yeah.
They typically attack like a what's the word for it? It's like ineptitude.
Yeah.
Your inability as a man, your inability to perform as a man
Yeah.
in any kind of facet of life, right? That's what you attack. That's what guys like really like. If you want to tear another dude down, that's how you go for it, right?
But guys fight, like they just fight, and then you end up being cool.
Right.
Like there's a sign of respect. Like everyone I've fought, I've gotten some fights. Like I've gotten in some fights growing up, high school, college, and I feel like almost after every fight, most of every fights,
Yeah.
like it was like, okay, we did what we did.
Yeah.
Shake hand, dust it off, and that's that.
Right.
I've never like fought someone and then the next week I'm like, I still
No,
let's
fuck
fight.
that guy still.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I fought, I knocked you out. You want to do it again? Just kidding.
So yeah, it's but going back to your original point, like that's like Christopher Titus, I have his poster up there. He has a really good bit about
I thought that was a scary movie. That's a comedian.
Yeah, it's a comic. Yeah,
Cool.
He's a really good comic, and he has a bit about that from one of his older specials about how like when a guy goes to, like a Thanksgiving dinner and he meets people that he's never met before, that's how how guys check each other.
Yeah.
Where, like, oh, you gave me shit for my shirt, I gave you shit for those shoes.
Yeah.
But if I give you shit for something and you're like, why would you say that? That's so mean. That's so offensive. It's like, oh, okay, well, you're not cool.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. We know where we are now.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the whole point. But yeah, with what you were saying about the podcast drama stuff, that's just fucking. Yeah, I don't pay attention to that shit. Like, I will say this,
Have you seen some of those Burt videos or no?
No, I'm not a fan of Burt Kreischer, though. I've just never been a fan.
Dude, it's like, there's one almost like every other week, but it's so entertaining. Because they literally, and they're like people who just break down people, right?
God.
Like, but it's like funny, like Burt, like, and it's all true stuff, but sometimes like when I'm bored, I'll just watch it.
I guess one thing
I don't like or hate Burt. I don't like all the stuff I'm watching. I'm not like, yeah. It's
Right.
just like entertaining.
Yeah, no, I see that for sure.
Like one of these days, someone's gonna make one about you. I just said like,
well, that means I made it. Yeah, that means I made
Yeah.
it. Fuck it. But like, there is one thing that I am kind of concerned about. I guess like as a fan of Joe Rogan, like one thing I am concerned about is like the types of guests he's been having on lately. And then like I didn't finish it, but I watched about 2 hours of the episode that he did with Theo, and just the way that he kind of responds.
he shut down a lot of stuff.
To some of the Israel stuff and just the free speech stuff. The way he responded to it was just strange.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not far enough to say like he's compromised or he's bought, but like
I think he's just made so many friends that are so high up that are probably in that like world or something that he just doesn't want to go there.
Yeah, no, it's just concerning, and because there's some answers on that show especially where I'm like, the Joe Rogan of 2016 would not respond this way. The Joe Rogan of 2014 would not. Like, what happened? But then it's like, well, maybe he's a bit older and he's a bit more controlled these days, or he's got a lot more money. He doesn't want to risk it. He has a family. He has multiple businesses. Who knows if
he has everything to lose and not much to gain. So he's at the
Exactly.
point where he's like, protect everything I got.
Exactly. And but other than that, I'm also just like, it's also Joe Rogan. Like, I'm not going to that guy for like political advice or anything. The whole appeal of his show over the last 6 years has been who's the guest?
Yeah,
And what
who's
does
the
the guest
guest?
have to say?
Right.
And that's when it becomes interesting, when he's like shutting down Theo and stuff like that.
I like because there's so much content out there. There's every podcast does every Monday, every podcast does every Tuesday. So there's like 50 podcasts a week that you can dive into. So like you said, like I handpick, like I feel like this would be a good mashup with this person.
Yeah.
Like Theo Vaughn with this person. Because you know a lot of people do podcast tours and they go on every podcast. I'll like pick which one I think is going to be the most like entertaining.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Or whatever like that. I'm trying to think of the last I watched the one with Joe Rogan and who's the dude? He was on Armageddon. He was dating Angelina Jolie. He's like an older dude.
Oh, Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah, Billy Bob. Yeah.
That dude's pretty cool, dude.
Yeah.
I like that dude.
Yeah, that's
Dude, to be dating Angelina Jolie in her prime, and he was like 40-some.
Yeah, I didn't even know about that.
Like,
did I know about that?
that they dated?
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I don't keep up with,
I
with
didn't
celebrity.
until like, you know, every now and then you'll see like a
Yeah.
meme pop up, and I'm like,
yeah.
what? Like this dude is a G, dude. Because like to me, Angelina Jolie is like top tier, like naturally beautiful chicks.
Oh yeah.
I don't know about now how she looks, but she like in every movie she was in, she was like my Megan Fox.
It is crazy how a lot of celebrities just get their face done over and over.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, huh?
And there's like and I get it. Like, I mean, I think about it from like, especially with actresses, like I totally get it where like you get to the point where, you know, you're aging out of the roles that you were once picked for. And
it's
then,
probably harder on chicks, huh?
oh, for sure. You don't
'Cause
see, you don't
you're
see
known as the hot chick.
There
always.
are guys that do it for sure, but it's mostly women, and I get it because the industry is pushing them one way.
Yeah.
And they like imagine
That's their identity.
Like I think a good example like Megan Fox, right? She's got to be in her early 40s by this point, late 30s, early 40s.
Shout out Megan.
Has to be, and she was the it girl. I mean, Transformers, Jennifer's Body.
Oh, yeah.
Like she was the chick.
Dude, Megan Fox, Transformers.
Yeah, and now it's Sydney Sweeney.
Oh yeah.
Now
you're right.
it's Sabrina Carpenter, and it's all the. I know she's a musician, but you get my point. And that's where the culture is focusing on. That's who they're looking at. And
Yeah.
she's like Sydney Sweeney probably has the culture by the balls for the next 6 years.
Yeah. So that's probably what drives people to just like, oh, maybe if I just get a facelift, I'll just look a little better, and then I could get this role, and I'm back.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's sad actually. That's what we've come to.
Well, I mean, but that's also just the movie business, and I get it. Like movies are supposed to be a fantasy.
Yeah, your look is your money. That's your job.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Like, Brad Pitt isn't Brad Pitt unless he looks all chiseled and like you know, Tom Cruise, all these dudes.
Yeah. Dude, I gotta say though, I rewatched recently. I rewatched Eyes Wide Shut.
Oh yeah, that movie's trippy, dude.
With Tom Cruise.
Can't believe that movie got made.
And that motherfucker is an actor. Like,
Did you know that they cut out
shit.
like 30 minutes of that film?
So yeah, me and my girl watched it, and then we went into a deep dive afterwards.
You're like, you know, this is real, right?
We went through all the conspiracies about it, and about how like, well, you look it up
like
on Google, and it's like the different things that got cut out of the movie, and one of the things that was cut out of it was all of the any references that made like the bad guys in the cult, that referenced them being Jewish. That was all taken out. And
that was in the movie?
Yeah, and then Roger Avery, he's a screenwriter and a producer, I believe. He was talking about how there was a lot of pedophile stuff in the movie that was taken out.
So Epstein style?
Yeah, exactly. Because there were articles.
That just shows that kind of stuff's probably been going on since before our time, for sure.
Well, because there were a lot of articles that were coming out when the Epstein story was really breaking in like 2017 in like 2017, 2018, 2019, when he died, that was alluding to the movie. That was and actually naming the movie.
They're like, it's just like this.
Yeah, it's like an eyes wide like shut style.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Didn't the director die shortly after the movie was made?
Yeah, so the director died 6 days after they screened his rough cut of the movie to the studio heads. He died 6 days later.
How did he die? Shoot himself in the head with a shotgun?
It was a heart attack, quote unquote, heart attack.
Dude.
And according to people who were at the screening that weren't watching it but were like outside the doors, according to these people, you could hear Stanley Kubrick, the director, you could hear him inside the movie theater yelling at the studio heads saying, "You're not going to cut my movie. You're not going to cut this out of the movie." And just yelling that like throughout the movie when they were trying to give him notes.
He's the one who made The Shining, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's very, like, for someone who likes Easter eggs, every scene, everything in the background has a meaning.
Yeah.
Every number, he's one of those directors, which 100%. I kind of like.
Well, and then so I guess like the ending of the movie was not completely different, but there was more to it. Like, so throughout the movie, I guess there's these two guys that are following these older guys that are following Tom Cruise the entire movie in the back. Like you have to look for him in the back of the movie. And I guess
I haven't seen it in a while, but
I guess at the end of the movie, there's a moment where they're at the toy store with their daughter.
Yeah.
And as they're talking, they have their eyes on their daughter the whole time. And you see the two guys in the background, and they start getting closer and closer and closer. And then Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, it's kind of like offhand gesture, but they turn away from the daughter and they let the two men take the daughter away.
Whoa.
And there's a theory that, like, because a lot of people would watch, like Roger Avery brought it up, and a few other videos I saw brought it up, where like these people that like study Kubrick's movies,
Yeah.
they'll watch Eyes Wide Shut and be like, that's not something Kubrick would do. This is very different. Why would he do this? That's not a Kubrick shot. That
Yeah.
doesn't, whatever. And there's a glaring, like, there's this theory this guy brought up. What does he call? I want to give him credit. The letter theory.
Okay.
So do you remember the part in the movie where Tom Cruise goes back to the house, like after
The whole party and everything?
It's the morning after the party, and he goes back to the mansion, and the guy gets driven up to the gate, and he hands him a letter, and the letter basically says, like, stop your inquiries. They're not going to go anywhere. This is your final warning. I hope it's sufficient, or bad things will happen to you.
Yeah.
So when that is shot, when like the camera is on it, all you see is a pair of hands holding the letter. And this guy made this argument that that was a reshoot. And in the original version of the movie, that letter was going to say, if you give us your daughter, we'll leave you alone.
Whoa.
And that would make sense why they
that there was that scene where they
at the
turn away.
end. Exactly.
Wow.
And that it's a pedophile cult. And I guess there's a lot of stuff about them being,
Dang, that's so dark.
yeah, about the cult being pedophiles that was cut out of the movie. And the only pedophile thing in the movie is, like, remember when he goes to the Tom Cruise goes to the costume store to buy the costume. There's those two Asian dudes with the Russian guy's daughter.
Yeah. There was like, it was alluding to something weird like that too, right?
Exactly. So that's the only thing.
And then the kids weren't there when he went back or something, like, and basically saying they.
The kid was there, but
okay.
And the Asian guys were there too. But Tom Cruise asked the guy, like, "Hey, I thought you were gonna call the police on them," and he goes, "Yeah, but we came to a deal."
Oh.
And so that's the only pedophile illusion or actual evidence in the movie. But the idea is that maybe there was more stuff in there that makes the ending make more sense. But these people wanted it cut out of the movie because it was too close to reality.
Dang, that's dark.
Yeah. Well, then now
That's like the closest any movies probably came to exposing that type of stuff, right?
Oh, for sure.
Like, since then, like nothing. Like,
nothing like that's ever going to get
like that realistic.
Yeah, well, now after the Epstein stuff, nothing like that is ever going to get made.
Yeah.
Have you been following I'm assuming you haven't been following the Epstein stuff lately?
The articles that got released.
Yeah, all the pages. Like, there's a lot to go into, and I'm not going to get into all of it.
There's yeah, I don't know,
but
actually.
there's everything in there, because I went through just a small chunk of it, and there's emails in there that are documenting, like, Trump spending Thanksgiving there, and then when like Elon Musk was scheduled to go out, there's no confirmation that he went, but like whether or not he was out there, there's confirmation from Peter Thiel meeting with Epstein and saying it was a great time, can't wait to do it again.
So it's just like any emails related to Epstein, basically. It's just all email.
It's from his computer.
It's not like how like everyone thought for the longest time, like, here's the list, here's the names, here's the flight logs.
Well, that's the thing, is like when people, like, when you think about the Epstein list, like, yes, there's a flight log, but it's not a list of people that went to, like, that's titled Pedophile Island.
Right.
Right. You know, it's like
it's more complicated.
Right. Like, there's an email.
I think people were like expecting.
Right. There's an email here that's saying that they met at this time. There's an email that's alluding to this. And then there's all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But then there's also like documents where it showed all the money that Epstein was giving to Trump to pay for like properties that he was owning in New York. And then there's a whole bunch of shit. And then this guy, he's on Instagram. His name is Hunter Howard. And he was talking about this document, and I pulled it up. I read it on the podcast, I think last week or the week before last.
Yeah.
And in the document, it's a court document that got released where a Jane Doe, remaining anonymous, was accusing Epstein and Trump of sexually assaulting her when she was 13. But then, so the case was filed in June of like 2016.
Okay.
I think. June of 2016. By September, the case is voluntarily dismissed by the accusing party.
So they got paid off. That's weird. Dude, it's dark.
Yeah.
I think that the machine is so much bigger than you or I can even comprehend. I think you can go into politics with the best intentions And I think you get to a certain point where you even become the president. They bring you into a room, sit you down and say, okay, this is how it's going to be. This is like, I feel like that's how it happens. I feel like it's as simple as that. They put fear in you, say, if you don't do this, we're going to do this. And then they just slowly change.
I think so. I think so too.
And then there's some people who are just corrupt from the beginning and they just know that's the way to get up.
So
I just think the machine is like, it's not just one bad person. We always want like, there's that one bad guy. Yeah. I think it's so connected. Like, I think there's like a dark government.
Yeah.
Is that crazy to say?
No, not at all. Well, there is a deep state.
Like a shadow government.
Yes,
Yeah.
No, it's the unelected people that actually run the country.
Right.
It's the...
With the biggest pockets, maybe?
Yeah, it's the big tech firms. It's the giant lobbying organizations. It's the military-industrial complex, people that actually own Raytheon, Lockheed Martin, Boeing, Halliburton. Like, the people that run those companies are there. Like, and it's also like... I think there's some truth to what you're saying, where I don't think they bring them into a room and talk to them, but what I think happens is as they're like, okay, a good example is Trump, right? So as Trump was getting into office, you know, like the whole premise of him in 2014, or I guess 2015, 2016, was that he didn't need the money of the donors. He didn't need the money of the billionaires. He's got his own money.
Right.
But this go around, he takes something to the tune of like $50 million from Miriam Adelson. Miriam Adelson is a hugely rich Jewish donor who is aligned with the state of Israel, deep into our politics. She gives him something to the tune of $50 million, right, to his campaign. So what I think happens is they get into
their stakeholder in his mouthpiece.
Exactly. That's a perfect way to put it. You are a stakeholder. You're a shareholder in a politician. Yeah. So then you get to say, hey, remember all that money that I gave you?
Yeah.
All right. So now what you're going to do is bomb Iran.
Yeah.
Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to continue the drone campaign in Somalia. You're going to bomb Yemen. Right. That kind of thing.
Just dirty money almost.
You're going to keep signing all this money for Israel. You're going to do all these things. And I honestly think you put it perfectly. That's the perfect way to put it. Imagine a politician as a business, as an LLC, and all these people are putting money into it to control where it goes.
Yeah.
And at this point, like, it's so deeply corrupt that, I mean, I don't want this to happen. I really don't, because it's ugly and it's bad. But I think in our lifetime, we're going to see a second American Revolution. I think we're seeing it start right now, personally.
Like where another government pops up?
Where I think, where there's like fighting in the streets.
Wow.
Right, and it's government against Americans.
Wow.
I think so, because you start to see, like, just take the Epstein stuff for instance, right? You have Trump and his administration come in, and they're running on the platform of we're going to stop no more foreign wars. We're going to get out of the war, and we're going to release the Epstein files. And they get in and they do the exact opposite. And there's clamoring from his base.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. You're going to have a sect of like the MAGA base where they are Trump no matter what. He's always right. It's 4D chess, blah, 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 bullshit. Just that's in the same way on the left. You're going to have the people that are the blue no matter who. AOC's my queen.
Right.
Ilhan Omar should be president. All this crazy shit, right? But on the right, you're having more and more people leave the far right and go towards the middle, where they're like, no. We elected you to do these things. You're not doing them. And then you have these talking heads from the right that are like, well, what if like this person gets outed in the Epstein files, or what if this gets uprooted? And more people by the day are like, okay, what happens then? Let's see what happens.
Dude, it's just like high school. It reminds me of high school, like when the kid's running for class president, and they're like, if you vote for me, I'm going to have Kool-Aid in all of the fountains and all this crazy stuff. And you're like, none of it's going to happen. Well, but it sounds cool.
Well, and that's how it's been in American politics for decades. You know what I mean? That's how it's been. But now, and I think a big part of this equation is social media. Is everyone's connected. Everyone's seeing news from independent sources at a quicker rate and a more rapid rate, and people are getting to the bottom of things a bit quicker. Mm-hmm. And now they're all just like, well, we can pull support from you like that as a people, and like that's why if you look back at November 4th, when the elections happened, both here in New Mexico for the mayor and a bunch of different offices and around the country.
You had one of those people on, didn't you?
I had a few of them, yeah.
Cool.
But when they were doing all these elections, there was a huge blue wave across the country because people were leaving the Republican Party. Like, no, we were never a part of the Republican Party in the first place. We just supported you because you're better than the Democrats.
Yeah.
But now you're the same thing. We see that now. So we're done with this. And then the reason why I bring up a revolution is like a revolution really doesn't happen until people can't afford food. And we're already well into that, right?
Yeah.
With SNAP benefits being
where
cut.
people's lives literally start getting affected.
Exactly, because people at the end of the day, they want to be able to pay rent, get a 6-pack, buy a burger, go to the movies.
We're pretty simple people.
We are.
Like
And people like they will like people. It's the quote from Benjamin Franklin, where if you sacrifice liberty for security, you will have neither and deserve neither. And that's our version of security, not just with the surveillance stuff. It's, well, what am I secure in? Like, if I'm going for my personal life, it's like, okay, can I still pay my rent? Can I still buy food? Can I still buy comic books? Can I still go do stand-up? Can I, whatever, right?
Yeah.
If I'm being real selfish about it, it's like, okay, well, what's going to push me to start being real angry? Because I get animated, but like
we're not printing Batman comics no more.
but like
discontinued.
It's like when I can't afford the things that I like. Oh, that really sucks. I'm running out of money. Price inflation is getting out of control. All right, I can't do that anymore. That sucks. I have what I have. I can still be okay.
I can't go to a movie.
And then it's like, then it's like, oh man, movie tickets are $30.
Podcast equipment.
I don't know.
We can only have 2 mics now.
But then it's like, hey, why is my rent? This is happening all over the country. Why is my rent, like right now I pay a little like base rent, not utilities or anything like that. Base rent for this place is a little under $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
But what if it's like, hey, why is my rent $1,500?
Yeah.
Why is it $2,000?
And then they just keep raising it and nothing's changed, nothing's got better.
Now I can't afford rent and I have to go live with other people, or I don't have any, or if I'm somebody that doesn't have anyone to live with, now I'm homeless.
Yeah. Forget being subscribed to Tinder. Say goodbye.
Yeah, exactly. But then it's like, oh, I can't afford basic necessities.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
That's
now
where that's when you start getting people who are more desperate.
You have more and more people like that, and that's how revolutions get started in a real way. So,
what do you think we'll get, like a third-party president before that happens? Like, do you think that'll be the next thing, like where people are just fed up with both right and left, and someone from the middle just kind of pops in? Like, is there anyone in the middle like that it makes sense or no?
I don't. Well, that's the thing is like,
because it seems like people are fed up on both sides.
They are.
Like
most
common people are like right in the middle.
Well, that's a complicated question. So,
like, is there a common sense party that happens?
No,
there's not.
Well, that happens down the road, maybe, but right now there's.
But they'll get shut down quick, or they'll.
So you have to. Okay, here's how you answer that question. You have to go from. You have to choose one of two scenarios. Does voting work or does voting not work? There's arguments for both, right?
Right.
The argument for voting working is Donald Trump, because the machine attacked Trump in his first election from every angle, and they could not take him down, and he wins the presidency. That was the people saying, we are rejecting the presidency, or rejecting the system. This guy is basically an independent, but he's going to buck the system. He's going to drain the swamp. Now, all that didn't happen. So you have to assume that voting works. So then, if voting does work, then if someone is able to come in, because then I'm thinking about this in real time, because then it's like, is the opportunity for another Trump-like figure to come in and do the same thing Trump did, where they have enough money to buck the system.
Yeah.
They have enough money to fund their own campaign to the tunes of...
I feel like that person probably would have been Charlie Kirk. Probably, huh?
No, he would have been in the Republican Party.
Oh, yeah. He's part of that, right?
Yeah,
the Trump Party.
He would have ran for the Republicans.
He wouldn't have been separate.
No, there's no way. Now, I will say this.
He would have been like the next dude to try and get the Trump.
Yeah.
Like,
he would have carried the Trump base for sure. Now the thing is though, with someone like Charlie Kirk, or with Turning Point rather, Turning Point had a really good opportunity to take the legacy of Charlie Kirk and build their own political party. I believe that for sure. But they've done such a great job at ruining the reputation of Turning Point that that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
But because it's like, because of how the Trump scenario ended up playing out almost 10 years later, will the American people trust somebody like that ever again?
Dude, can we also talk about AI and how fast that's growing? Because we're getting to a point where you can compromise anyone even if they didn't even do it. That's where I think we're going. To where I always, and
but
I
then
think
on
we've
the flip
talked
side
about
of
this
that,
before.
if someone has done something ugly, they can
then
turn
hide
around
it and say that it's fake. So it's like win-win for the corrupt, horrible people of the world.
Yeah.
Because it's like we got full control. You know what I mean? That's sketchy. And also, like, I always think, like, the government, whatever, and I think this is, like, a pretty well-known thing. They're at least 10 to 15 years ahead of what we're allowed access to. Mm-hmm. So, like, whatever we're seeing now, which is almost like Sora 2, the new AI app, some of that stuff looks pretty dang real. There's still a couple tweaks where the eyes look a little off, but, like, imagine how far ahead they are. They probably already have made videos of people they want to take down, of just whatever they want to do. You know what I mean?
You're probably right.
And then what happens when the whole system just gets flooded? Is that when everyone just, what happens? Do we just like do a reboot? Like, do we just, does it get to a certain point where we just give up social media?
No.
Or we're forever plugged in, huh?
Forever plugged in. Yeah, forever. We're forever plugged in.
But we're to a point now to where, like, we still believe what we see. Like, we believe, yeah, this is real. This really happened. This isn't real. This is fake. If we get to a point where we don't know what's real or fake, do we just, like, shut everything off, basically?
No, we're too addicted. Like, I was going to say this a little bit earlier.
But, like, we wouldn't take things for face value like we do now. Like, because you'd be like, well, that's probably not real. Well, that's not real. That's, like, you know how now there's articles that you can argue both sides? Like, there's your win-win both sides. I feel like with videos being like that,
well, for that to happen,
people are just gonna, like, not believe anything. Like, there's gonna come to a point where you don't believe anything. Or is that just like talking crazy?
I see what you're saying. If that happens, it's not for at least 50 years down the road.
But I will say this real quick. It's super fun, though, the AI stuff, though, too.
It is.
Like, you can make Noah Vargas
do anything,
headlining the mothership, and it looks epic.
Yeah.
And it's cool.
Like, that is an option. That's a fun option.
You know?
That's a very uplifting option.
But someone make that.
Right. But
and have Josh in the background like, producing it.
If something like that happens where the vast majority of people don't believe anything anymore, well, I think that leads to anarchy pretty quick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a crash. That's a system crash.
But for that to happen, the boomers have to die. All of them. Because you still have a large swath of people that are boomers, and they'll
believe it a lot.
And they'll believe everything.
Yeah.
So they're fooled by AI very easily. One of my best friend's dad, I see him post on Facebook, and I'm like, dude, you're a fucking retard. Like, how do you believe this is real? How do you believe this is... Eminem did not sign a thing saying that he loved Charlie Kirk. Yeah, like, that didn't happen.
Did you hear 50 Cent's soul version of Many Men?
Oh, my God. Yeah, that, right? So, yeah. So, let me think.
We just went down deep.
Well, because I understand what you're saying. So, for people to have because I don't believe, at least in the West, this is where the problems really are, right? I don't believe that in the West people disconnect from social media ever. Yeah. That is, like, I was going to talk about this a little bit earlier, but I lost my train of thought. I have it. I know the vast majority of people have it. There is a real dopamine addiction, right? A real dopamine addiction and crisis in this country. And a big part of it is social media. Yeah. Like, before you go to bed, 90% of people, I think maybe even 99% of people are like this.
Yep.
Before they go to bed. Just, they're scrolling and scrolling and scrolling.
Like, it's the same thing as going to a casino and just hitting the slot over and over.
And now there's gambling on the phones.
Yeah.
So
every single YouTuber is sponsored by Steak or something like that.
like Steak, DraftKings,
Better Bet.
Kalshi, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So there's a real dopamine issue in this country, and that's not going to go away anytime soon because that's like tapped into our brains.
Yeah.
Right. So that's not going to go away.
So forget that going away.
Yeah. And then
Unless you make a personal choice.
which how hard is it to change your life in a real systemic kind of way? That's something that takes people
That's against the grain.
yeah, exactly right. That takes people decades to do,
Yeah.
if at all. You know, we're creatures of habit for a reason.
Yeah. Dude, I will say this. My dad, old school dude, cowboy, tough guy. Look up to that guy like crazy. He's completely plugged out. Happiest guy I know.
Yeah.
So like there is some, it's not like you have to be plugged in, but it's more. But my dad has a wife, he has a family, he has everything that he needs. There's nothing more to grasp. Like there's nothing more that he needs to like. Hey, look at me,
Well, you understand how rare that is, right?
Yeah.
Like for
but
someone,
like that's not dead though. We can still get to that. Like people listening to this, they can still choose to like limit themselves.
I completely agree, but
Like self-control, practice self-control.
the ability for people to have that in this country today is so small.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's so, I hate to sound like a pessimist,
Yeah.
but like it is so rare that people actually have that. One thing I'll ask you before we close out, if it wasn't for you having the podcast, which is a great show, people should check it out, Against the Grain, very good podcast. If it wasn't for you having that, would you still be on social media?
If I was in a relationship and I didn't have the podcast, I probably wouldn't be on it very rarely. So like a part of me has to stay plugged in because like it's just, kind of just have to put yourself out there in some way. But like I truly do think like, and I like if I didn't have the podcast, I wouldn't really be on it as much. Like there's nothing in it for me really. Like, I'm sure the same with you. Like 95% of what you post is something related to the podcast. Like that's what kind of keeps you. That's all
it's podcast and stand up.
Yeah. So I think like there's some times where I wish like I could just shut it off for a little bit. But dude, I love podcasting so much. I love talking to people. Like that's one of the biggest joys I get in life is podcasting and giving people an opportunity to just talk. Some people have never really put their voice out into the world. Good people with like the coolest stories ever. And like just to give people that like, hey, I've never done a podcast before. It's my first time. Tell you the craziest story ever. And you're just like, wow, I just like unlocked that. And like this just happened with like my most recent guest. One of the craziest podcasts I've ever done told me we were all over the place. He was kind of like a Forrest Gump type character. We just lived like the most craziest life. And now he just like sent me a message. He just bought all kinds of podcast equipment. He's going to start one. And I was like, that's cool. Like that's a chain of goodness. That's like, I want to keep doing that. Like branching out like that style of, how do you say it? That type of content.
Yeah.
This is my favorite type of content.
Right.
Like I love it. And, yeah, man. I think I'm gonna stay plugged in just for that reason alone.
And fair enough. I mean, truly. I mean, you're using it for the best purposes I think that you can in your life and in your situation. I think you're using it for the best, so I totally get it.
Yeah.
But it is a hard thing to self-regulate.
It is. Yeah. It is.
It is. But
dude, like, how cool is like podcasting? Like you can go back and look at your first episode now, and it's like a yearbook.
yeah.
And you're just like, well, what was Noah thinking, dude? This guy's over here in fitness competitions. Like, this guy, it's fun, And I want that. Like, I want that for myself. I want, like, my kids and my grandkids to go back and look at a 25-year-old Josh just to see, like, someone to relate to that, like, has their blood in them. And, like, that's why I try my best to, how do I say this? I don't know. Like I made a personal choice not to like cuss as much on podcasts. Like I tell crazy stories, but I try and keep it PG. Like I want like, I try my best to just put good, like as much good as I can, and not, like you said, the podcast drama and call outs and all that. I try and steer clear of that, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just hope that like that chain continues even after I'm not here.
Yeah. Well, that's a good way to go about it, man.
Yeah,
I agree. It's a good way to go about it. Listen, it's been a lot of fun. I appreciate you coming in.
for sure, man.
It's been seriously been a lot of fun, bro.
It has
I'm
been, bro.
glad you're doing okay. Seriously, I'm glad your fucking foot's healing and
We're alive, bro. Look at that.
doing all right. God, it's bad. It just fucking snaps right there.
Imagine. Cut.
But just real quick before we get out of here, how can people support you and your show?
So I got some really big news. This was maybe within the last 2 months. I'm on Spotify now. So Against the Grain podcast on Spotify, Against the Grain podcast on YouTube. Go check it out. It's just on those 2 platforms right now. And yeah, check out my Instagram, Against the Grain __7. That's where I live on, is Instagram. So
Sick. Yeah, go watch the show. It's very good. I enjoy it. Thank you everyone for watching live. If you watched it live, thank you for watching afterwards if you caught it after the show. Again, Casala's Comedy Club this weekend, 9:30 Saturday. I will be there hosting the show. It'll be myself, Jake Otero, and the man himself, Stephen Malcasado.
heck yeah.
Yeah, thank you everyone very much for watching, and we will see you next time.
Do you think they still
Bye,
have
everybody.
tickets for that?